Rebecca, what's up?
Hi, Melissa. How are you doing today?
I'm good, but listen, I have a managing partner I'm working with, and they're kind of trying to get a sense of what their cash flow is going to look like based on a couple different responsible attorneys and what they're working on, have already billed, and have in draft over the next couple months. Do you have a report that can show us some of that information?
Yeah, absolutely. That sounds like a great use for our WIP bill collector report. So, if you're in our report section, it's probably where you're starting trying to figure that out. And WIP bill collected is actually one of our most popular reports. I'm going to go into the WIP bill collected by user. And what you're seeing here, you can select your time period, and if you wanted to see like matters involving, in this case, me. But if you wanted to see where I'm the responsible attorney or where I'm the originating attorney, you can also select and make choices there. So that can be super useful depending on how you want to slice and dice the data.
Oh, that's
But what
helpful.
this is, yeah, absolutely. So sometimes you really care about who's originating it. Sometimes you care about who's responsible for it. So it really depends on what you're looking for there. But what you can see here is you can get a really good picture of the current state of what's in WIP, what's drafted. So if you think about our billing workflow, that's kind of our ready to bill stage, or
Mm,
draft or approved. It hasn't been sent to QuickBooks yet. Um, then you've got our billed services. So what have you billed up to this point? And then finally, what have you collected? And we've got this broken out by services and expenses because you might want to think about those, the services you're going to end up compensating your attorneys for, the expenses you're going to end up essentially getting reimbursed for.
mm.
So a little bit different from a cash flow standpoint, how you want to think about those.
Perfect. And if I want like a hard copy of this, can I export it?
Yeah, absolutely. Just like many of our reports, you can go and you can print, you can export it. The other thing you might want to do, sometimes you really want to understand by matter too. So you can click on a user and it'll drill in and it'll show you by matter. So if you really wanted to, well, in this case, it's showing you by client actually. If you wanted to break it down by client, you can
Mhm.
go in and see that. And then you can toggle on matter and it can show you, like here you can see my land entitlement has a lot of WIP, um, but we've collected a little bit on it, and then you can see some of the variation of what's in draft, what's been billed, what's been actually collected. So you may want all that detail. It can look a little cluttered too if you don't want that, so you may just want the high level.
Oh yeah, that's helpful though for kind of figuring out where my time is actually recorded in, or the time of my attorneys, for instance.
Yeah. One of the other things I think you said also, like I might want to see I might want to see some different partners and go in and see what that looks like. I think you mentioned that. So if you wanted to, let's show things involving Fred. You can see in October, you can look at it from a different perspective. You get a whole bunch of different attorneys that have been doing work on Fred's matters. So slightly different view depending on what exactly you're looking for with that filtering.
Oh, that's super helpful too. And you could check responsible and I could just see whatever he's working on, where he's responsible and anyone who's doing work for him on those matters.
Yep, absolutely.
Awesome. That's helpful. Thanks, Rebecca.
Yeah, thanks, Melissa.